Hello. Hello. Just doing this. What is this even called? The hello circle. SpongeBob imagination. So I'm not really supposed to be using technology right now because I have a concussion. But I'm going to tell you exactly how I got the concussion right now and put it into perspective as my dad really likes to do. So my first day back, I was in a car accident. I have a headache because concussion. Yay! I am not supposed to be using technology, and I am because I'm a rebel. I got home on the 6th, and my accident was on the 7th. Yeah, so that really sucked. I'm just gonna keep it short. The accident wasn't my fault. I was T-boned. That's really it. I had a green light, she had a red light. Ran it. T-boned. I was hit on the driver's side door. My dad really likes to emphasize how hard I was hit by this actually happened, by me telling everyone that I was hit so hard that my sunglasses flew off my face and out the other window. Because both my windows were down, so the window broke in the door. But yeah, I was just like, and they were like found like a foot or two away from the car itself. So yeah, and my car was deemed a total loss by the insurance company, just basically saying it's totaled, it's not repairable. But my dad's repair guy says he'll do it, like he'll repair the entire thing. So I'm gonna have a car, thank goodness. And then the DMV sends us this letter saying that your registration and your certificate of title are now like expired, like they're gone. So you're gonna need to get a salvage certificate. And then I googled salvage certificate, and you can't drive a car with a salvage certificate title in Virginia. So when we got that letter last night, my dad and I, and like my parents and I, were all just sitting there like, so your car is not drivable after we fix it. Like, I'm not legally allowed to drive it. So, but then we reread the letter over and over again, and there was one thing that stood out to me, and it said that this notification only applies to people who have a car that is 6 years old and is worth $10,000 or more. My car is over 6 years old, and the worth is less than $10,000. So the thing didn't even apply to me at all. They just randomly sent it to me. Actually, my dad called the DMV today, and they said, yeah, we sent that by accident, so when I get my car back, I'll be able to drive it like any other person. My certificate of title and registration isn't gone, so I can completely drive the car 100%. Yeah, so my dad and I knocked that out of the park. To a more serious note about this whole car accident deal is all the coulda, woulda, shouldas that my dad throws in my face every freaking day until like this whole mess is cleared up, which will probably be by the end of the week, or when he gets his money after suing the woman. Because I went to the hospital the day after my car accident and to get checked out for like all the pain I was going through, and they took x-rays and everything, and they said that nothing was wrong. I'm just like having horrible whiplash. So yeah, it was pretty painful. And then I got a neurologist appointment, and I went there yesterday for my headaches because I am prone to migraines. Like I've had migraines since I was 9, and that's just something I have to deal with for life. And the difficult thing differentiating between a migraine headache and a concussion headache is because they happen, the causes of how they happen are basically the same thing. So my migraines, if I haven't eaten in a while, or I'm not properly hydrated, or I didn't sleep well, then I most likely get a headache. And if I'm too tender to light, not tender, if I'm too sensitive to light and sound, etc. Like, if I have a really bad headache, I whisper to myself. Like, I whisper when I'm talking to people, because even hearing my own voice, like, hurts my head. we found out that I have a concussion, and I've had it since the accident. So I have had a concussion for 10 days without even knowing it, and it's frustrating because I could have, if I had told the people at the hospital that I was having headaches, then I could have been diagnosed then. But the thing is, I didn't know I was having headaches. Like, I didn't start having the headaches until that evening when I got back from the hospital. All the shoulda, coulda, woulda, whatevers that my dad really loves throwing in my face is number one. If the woman that hit me was driving a bigger car, I would have been in the hospital. Secondly, if I was driving a smaller car, I would be in the hospital. If she hit me in the front, so the steering wheel airbag went off, I could have died. Because he found this out through our neighbor who has a similar model car. It's the same year, it's roughly the same model, and he got called to be told about a recall. And the recall was about the steering wheel airbag. When it goes off, it deploys shrapnel. Shrapnel. Like debris, and like sharp debris. So my car, I have to call my car dealer and be like, look, is my specific car have the airbag recall? And if I do, Jesus motherfucking Christ. Oh. And if I don't, then that was another thing. That's another coulda that I don't have to worry about. But it's just like, everyone I talk to about this is just emphasizing how lucky I am to basically be alive and how uninjured I am overall. And I'm just like, I really am tired of hearing this. I don't like hearing every day, wow, you're alive. Great! That's so crazy. Like, how did that happen? It's like, do you want to go to my funeral? Like, was it already planned in your head or something? Like, thinking about my funeral specifically brings on a lot of anxiety for me. I've gradually gotten better with handling it, but this is an anxiety I will probably not be able to get over for a very long time. And I don't think about it often, but my life development class for psych that I took this past semester, we were in the section of death. Basically, lifespan psychology is from womb to tomb, basically from when you're in the belly to when you're in your grave. That's what it is. And we were on the death portion, and my teacher's like, you know, you probably haven't even contemplated people around you dying or even your own death. And I'm just like, bitch, I have. Like, everyone around me is like, yeah, I haven't thought about this. I'm just like, I have. I had like 3 fucking panic attacks about it the first semester of college. Like, Jesus Christ. Granted, I am like, that anxiety doesn't come up really ever anymore because I just stop myself from thinking about it. So if I just stop myself from thinking about it, I'm okay. But like, this accident and people asking me about it, and my parents would just bring it up and just say, oh my gosh, if she was just driving a bigger car, if she just hit you in a different spot. Actually, my dad told me the 2 most dangerous and most life-threatening spots to get hit in a car accident is the driver's side headlight, basically in that corner of the car and coming at you, and the broadside on the driver's side door, like where I got hit. So I got hit in the second most dangerous place. He was even talking to my mom yesterday, and he was like, I insert the right pronouns because they don't use the right ones. But he just was talking. I walked in our conversation as it ended, and he was just like, God, if he died and she was alive, I don't know how I would live myself with that. And I'm just like, I understand that you're partially grieving about this, but this is not helping me either. Like, stop bringing it up. I understand greatly, like, how literally unbelievably lucky I am. I walk away with just a concussion and some whiplash. Whereas if the window was rolled up, I probably would have some scratches and scars on the side of my face from the glass breaking. I'm so ridiculously lucky to be alive, and it's fucking ridiculous. Because it's so true. Like, I know people, they over-exaggerate when they're in, like, this little accident of where both people were just going, like, 20 miles per hour and the same thing. And it's like, you're not lucky to be alive. You got tapped. Like, whereas I got hit at nearly the 40 to 45 miles per hour, broadside, right here on the side. And, yeah. So, this is my second concussion I've had in my life. And the second accident I have been while driving. The first accident I was in was just a fender bender. And it was like a month into my junior year of high school. And the guy who hit me was actually in my physics class, so I saw him every other day. But yeah, my parents love reminding me how lucky I am to be alive and how lucky I am to not be in the hospital and all that. I haven't made a video in a while. Mainly because of, I was still in school, like those couple weeks. I was trying to get ready for finals, and as soon as I got home, I was in the car wreck, and I was just doing a lot of other things, and now that I'm concussed, I'm not supposed to be on the internet. I'm just so tired, and my head hurts. For any of my friends who know me in real life, you can ask me about the accident as much as you want, just don't emphasize how lucky I am to be alive. Or how lucky I am that I'm not injured, because that's just not helpful for me. I realized that when I was at the crash site. Like, I wanted to call someone, but I didn't. Instead, I called my best friend who wasn't even in the state at the time. Like, to calm me down and to, like, just be like, hey, everything's okay. Like, yeah. Friends in real life. Yeah, you can ask me what happened. I'll happily tell you the story over and over again, but no questions or statements about, wow, you're alive. Yes, I am very much aware of this, so please do not say anything like that. But it's just something I really am not comfortable thinking about. I keep doing this shit with my eyes because my head hurts. I am going to just end the video there. But I wanted to make some kind of update video because of why I'm not making videos and etc. and why I'm not going to be on the internet forever. I don't know how long. I'm really looking forward to the World Cup, but I'm not going to get into that because I want to try and keep this as short and sweet and to the point as possible. We'll see you guys next time. Hit the like button because I'm alive. Subscribe because it's summer. And it's summer. Yeah, go follow my Tumblr. It's in the description as always. And I will see you guys next time. Oh wait, no, I don't do that. I don't wave. I don't do that shit. Ba la la la.